today's video is more about the blog and your lead generation process. Now, today I'm going to cover pretty much an overview of the latest blog post and identifying the 8 blogging mistakes that could be ruining your lead generation process. Now, you put a lot of hard work into your blog, but you want to avoid these mistakes because it can cost you and it'll hinder you from optimizing the traffic that you're getting now and the traffic that you'll be getting in the future. You don't want to um, have all that hard work for nothing. And one targeted lead will beat 100 window shoppers any day. So let's go ahead and check it out. Man, I love these images. If I haven't mentioned using Canva to you before, um, you want to utilize Canva. It is the great tool. I love it. First of all, one of the mistakes that you want to avoid is overlooking the importance of creativity. Now, you don't really have a lot of time to come up with unique and creative ideas all of the time. But you can reutilize the same ones that you have now. And you should also put a little effort into some of your blog posts and articles that you do. You can restructure those with a different headline or add a contest or even a coupon for something that you offer from your business. And being creative is really vital because the biggest thing that it does is it sets you apart from everybody else doing the same thing, and putting your own flair into things will generate more response and engagement from your audience. So you always want to slap in a little bit of the best you and be creative. People like that. They enjoy that because it helps them to get to know you. Um, yeah, I forgot about that. Make money. Okay, let's close that. Sorry about that. I forgot. Not keeping the layout clean, and the more cluttered that your posts are, um, they don't have a good structure, or you keep changing up the layout. It can confuse your readers. It just makes it harder for them to read. And speaking about making things harder to read, don't overdo it with the crazy fonts. Now, a lot of the fonts out there are really cool, but for some readers, and this goes hand in hand with knowing your audience, it just makes it harder to read. Um, Me personally, I love graffiti. I really do. It's one of the coolest things ever. But I would not put my headlines in a graffiti font because I know my audience is going to be, I can't even read that. What is that? Um, my audience is middle age to older age. There's some young people out there, but the majority of my audience is not young. And having crazy fonts can turn people off. And oh well, this is just too hard to read. It's hurting my eyes. I'm gonna go to something else. Um, and then you don't want to lose those customers. Um, Headlines and images. Now you notice that I put an effort into putting um, at least 3 or 4 images into my articles, and my articles usually average around 1,000 words. I'm trying to get it bumped up to 2 to 3,000 words of content, but for right now, I usually 3 or 4 images is great because you want to break it up and you want to keep it as visual as possible. And that's why I do the videos too, because that's another way of adding value. Now we are visual creatures. We love videos, get the most response. Cool images that are relevant and go with your content are awesome. People like that. I mean, if you don't have images, you don't have good, catchy headlines or something that stands out, then it kind of goes to reading a dictionary. You remember how fun that was, right? If you weren't looking up a useful word, you weren't really scrolling through that book every day, unless you're maybe a wordsmith or super nerd, or whatever you want to call it. You want to have great images and great headlines, and that goes right into optimizing your article posts. Now, how do you do that? You've got to have call to actions. Now, whenever you're building content, no matter where you're at, even on the social sites, on your blog posts, in your videos, you want to have a call to action, something to engage and get your readers to actually do. And that's how you start you're optimizing what you're doing for your lead generation process, because if you don't have a call to action, what really is the reader supposed to do other than read? You want them doing more, right? You want them engaging, checking out your coupons, your contests, whatever that you're offering your audience. You want them engaged with that, and you want them to check it out. Hey, I've got some great value here, and I'd like to share even more, or I'd like to give you this free thing. Just click here and put in your information, and I'll have it on the way immediately, and you can check it out and let me know. Let me know how much value you found in there, or if there's something I need to tweak that you think would make it better. Let me know. Man, I'm always up for comments and questions. I'm here to help. Now, that was just an example that I went in as a multiple calls to action. Those are some examples that you can use because you want your audience engaging with you, right? So make sure that you optimize. You don't overlook. Optimize your posts by having a call to action. Now, this one here is really big. Not promoting your content on social media. As you can see over here, I have this long bar of share buttons. This is here for my audience to utilize, and some of you actually use it. And I also promote on the different social sites. Social media is huge right now. It really is. And promoting at least a couple of times the content that you put out on social media is going to allow you to take that audience and add to your existing audience. And make sure that you're including those call to actions. But if you're not doing this, you're missing out on a huge part of an audience that you could have. Um, that's targeted traffic that you're missing out on. Now, failing to understand and speak to your audience. This. Some marketers actually do this, and it's not a good thing. Um, the more your I did or I do or this is how much I made and I'm doing this and I'm gonna do that, it's a turnoff for your reader. You want your post to speak directly to your readers, and when you write, your writing style should be directly talking to the reader. So you want to stay away from the eyes and change that to you. You can. Um, this is how you would. Do you? You know what I mean? Um, Here's the other thing: not being a consistent presence for your leads. Now, getting started blogging and creating content can be overwhelming when you're first getting started. And if you're just putting up a blog, you've it's going to take some time to get your content to where you can regularly promote. But the one thing that you really want to pay attention to, and this is critical, is that you want to be consistent. You want to be a consistent presence wherever you're at. Now, this is it doesn't mean that you're creating content 24/7, But the more consistency that you have, the larger your audience is going to be. Now, one thing that I didn't write here that I want to point out to you is that when you see some of the larger blogs, those guys have a team. They have a team of people. They have guest bloggers. They have just a lot of stuff going on, and they're usually putting out content like 5, 6 times a week, oftentimes more than once in one day, to feed that hungry audience. So once you develop your consistency, let's say you're posting 1 time a week, you should know that you want to do more. You want to go from one a week to two a week. Once you're in that frame of I'm consistent with getting 2 pieces of content on my blog posted out every week, you want to be trying to get to that next level and get to 3 or 4 and spread out. Now I'm going to create content on social media at least 4 or 5 times during the week to draw attention to my call to actions and the value that I'm putting out there. And value is mostly a solution. What type of solution are you providing? And are you targeted with your audience? And make sure that hey, sign up here on YouTube if you enjoyed the video and you got great value. And check out my 500 leads or more. It's free. Check out the blueprint. You can get 500 leads within 60 days or less. It's my free action guide. I give it away for free, and you get a lot of added value, other insights that I get, and the latest things that's going on in my business so that you can share and implement the same thing with your business and to your team. So I hope you got great value today. Avoid these 8 blogging mistakes that may be ruining your lead generation process. Sign up here on YouTube, subscribe, leave me a comment, and above all, visit the blog, GlennTGuillory.com. I'll see you again soon. Let's talk soon. This has been Glenn. Take care, marketers. Bye-bye.